Nightmare Real, and you're watching Mission Boxing Today on YouTube.
Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? Wow. You know, man, I don't throw this word out there a lot. I don't think, since 2010, since I've been making YouTube videos when I had my first channel, I don't think I can't remember. If I have used this word, man, I don't recall, but this was a classic. This was a classic right here. Wow, man, wow. Got the prediction right, Joshua by knockout. Both of these dudes surprised me in this fight. Both of them. Now, this video, this isn't going to be, technically what happened. I'll do probably that type of video, try to get that one in tomorrow or something. But right now, man, this is just watching it as a fan. You know what I mean? I've done my breakdown videos and stylistic and all that, but just as a fan, man, it was huge hype surrounding it. 90, what they say there was 90,000 people. I'm not sure what the exact number was, but I don't know, whatever. Close to 90,000 people or more there. Huge, hype around this fight, and they delivered. Klitschko went out there and fought differently than I've seen him fight. He was rejuvenated. He came out there to get it, man. He really came out there to get it. Joshua, he had because, Klitschko's been down before. That was as far as being a pro. I know Joshua got knocked shit. Dillian White knocked him down in the amateurs. But Joshua was hurt, man, when he went down. Now, I know he dropped Klitschko in round 5. Klitschko, he was hurt and he was trying to hold on, but his legs just gave out and Joshua was catching him with some punches on his way down. He goes down and then Joshua, like he gassed out, man. He threw a lot of damn punches, man. A lot of punches, a lot of adrenaline. He's a big guy already, you know what I mean? So he let a lot of steam off and he got tired. And at first I was like, man, I know that's not it. He's through, he can't be done. And I knew that he would find that second burst of energy. He just kind of, put a lot of energy out there trying to get Klitschko out of there. He was throwing all types of hard power punches. And I just knew that he needed, a few seconds to get his breath together, man. And then luckily he got through that round for him. And then round 6, that's when Klitschko with the jab 1-2. And the jab, if you notice, it wasn't even a jab that hurt Joshua. He was just getting his gloves out of place. Just getting Joshua's gloves out of place. Boom, and he snuck that right hand behind it. Joshua didn't even see it coming. And he was hurt. And then he landed like a little half hook to the side of Joshua's head when he was on his way down. And Joshua hit that mat, and I was sitting there thinking to myself, like, he has to answer a question. Unless you're just unconscious, to where you just, knocked senseless. He was hurt, but he was hurt enough to where you can still get up. And he made that decision when he was laying there, 90,000 people watching him, millions around the world. He made that decision that I'm getting up. I'm getting up. And he got up and he fought, man. And then... wow, because it's funny, man, watching both of those knockdowns when Joshua knocked down Klitschko, I'm like, man, he might end it. And then, Joshua raised his hands up and he was screaming and yelling from the excitement and just the adrenaline rush. And Klitschko got back up. He got back up and fought. You know what I mean? And then even when Klitschko had Joshua down, I'm like, okay, this might be it. Because Joshua was hurt, man. And I was like, man, if he gets up, he's going to keep getting clipped with them right hands because he's buzzed. And I think, Klitschko's going to jump on top of him. And both of these dudes went back and forth. Again, man, I wasn't even scoring this fight like that. I may be just watching it live, just that first feel. I probably had Joshua up by a point or two going into the 11th. I can't recall, man. I'll do one of those type of videos on my next one, man. But I was just watching. I'm standing up, throwing punches, you know what I mean? I'll hit him with this, going for both guys. Because even when Klitschko was trying to finish him, I'm like, man, why don't he throw this punch? And, I'm standing up doing this shit. And when Joshua had him hurt, the same thing. I was just... you've been waiting for fights like this, man. I've been waiting for the heavyweight division to come around and have this type of fight. You know what I mean? For me as a YouTuber, I've been covering it since 2010 up until now. And there's been some exciting things going on within the last few years. Now, don't get me wrong, but just to see it reach this level, man, to those type of crowds and, Showtime and HBO sharing the rights, this is a huge fight. Huge fight. Last time they shared rights was what? Was it the Pacquiao Mayweather? And then before that, it was the Tyson and my man Lennox Lewis. So it just feels good as a fan, man, to see the division just come around to where we have these type of moments. I know there's a rematch clause in this. I'm not sure what Klitschko's going to do. Anthony Joshua called out Tyson Fury. Now, Fury, he has the credit for beating Klitschko, but Joshua put a violent end to it. Now, he stopped him in the 11th round. He knocked down Klitschko twice in the 11th. Klitschko was buzzed, hurt. I can't remember everything, as far as what punch landed, but I know an uppercut really hurt him, Klitschko, and he went down. And I know he got up after the second knockdown. He got stopped against the ropes. Wow, man, this was just a fucking classic fight, man. This was just a classic, yo. Like, when I'm done doing this, I'm going to watch it again, man. I'm going to catch the HBO. I got to tape the one. I'm going to tape the HBO telecast tonight, and I'm going to watch that one later on. But I'm going to watch this one again real quick before I leave. This was a classic fight, man. Classic. This is just a classic fight, yo. Like, both of these dudes surprised me, man. But Joshua made that decision that he was getting up. But yeah, back to the other fights out there. Tyson, he called out Tyson Fury. I see Fury's back in the gym. Some fans feel as if, oh yeah, but who knows what Fury's going to do. If Fury keeps up, staying in the gym, I know he has a meeting coming up here next month. I believe at the UKAD, him and his cousin. But I love to see Fury versus Joshua. If Fury's back and he clears everything he has to do and he's back in shape, I love to see that. But the fight I want to see, man, because he's active and he's here and we need him in these type of fights also, in my opinion, so we get an undisputed champion, Deontay Wilder. That's the fight I want, but, Wilder and Parker, they might get it on. Wilder got a lot of shit going on. Still, you got the Stavern situation, man, so I'm not sure what's going to go on with that. But right now, man, in my opinion, until we get an undisputed, in my opinion, if you're asking me, the heavyweight champion, I'm not talking about a title holder. I'm talking about if somebody say, hey, man, who's the closest to being the heavyweight champion? If you had to me, it's Anthony Joshua. Now, if you want to go technically, well, Tyson Fury beat Vladimir first, so he has the lineage. That is true. He does, but he's been in, I don't know what's going on with Tyson Fury, man. When he's come back and he's active and I know he's fighting, then I want to see him in there. But as of right now, if you're asking me who is like the, quote, heavyweight champion, Anthony Joshua, in my opinion, based on him doing what he just did to Klitschko. Yes, it was a 41-year-old Klitschko, but Klitschko could have beat a lot of heavyweights tonight, man. He could have beat a lot of heavyweights tonight. I seen his bounce in there. Now, he wasn't at his prime, Obviously, he's past his prime, but he looked formidable in there tonight. He put Joshua down, which nobody's been able to do. He blinded Joshua, man. Joshua, and that's what I love about heavyweights, man, or just boxing in general, is you can have guys, man, where they may look like they can walk through brick walls, but they're still vulnerable. Anybody can be knocked down, hurt, put on their ass. Anything. It's your character. When it's time for you to make that decision, do I really want this? Do I really want to get up? Will you answer that call? Joshua showed it. He showed it in a big moment, not just against some, on his way up. No, in the biggest moment of his young career. 90,000 fucking people watching. He decided that he wanted it. You know what I mean? And I want to see him in there with all of them. Wilder, Ortiz. I love, man, it's going to be some great fights, y'all. It's going to be some great fights. Regardless of who you think will win or who you think's a bum, or I don't even care about none of that, man. Just the prospect of Wilder versus Joshua, Joshua versus Fury, Joshua versus Parker, Parker versus Wilder, Ortiz. Man, all these fights, yo, all of them. We're going to have some great years ahead of us, man, as far as heavyweight boxing. Because these guys are going to have to fight eventually. It might not be right now or as quick as I want them to happen, because I want these bitches to happen quick. You know what I mean? But there's so many matchups, man. So I'm glad that the heavyweight division is alive again. Alive. I mean, it's been alive the last few, especially when Fury beat Klitschko. But you guys know what I mean. I'm talking about the interest. At least over here in America, nobody was really paying attention to the division like that. And mainly because we didn't have, this isn't the era of, for us, we don't have the Holyfields and Tyson. Now we have to see what these new guys are going to do for us, like the Wilders and the Jarrell Millers and the guy, even some of the guys that are coming up are still fighting and still trying to get, their name out there. Gerald Washington's and Charles Martin's made a comeback. And regardless if they lost before, man, I'm talking about now. What can you do now and going forward? You know what I mean? So, but right now, man, to me, it looks like the number one heavyweight right now is Anthony Joshua. That's my opinion. You know what I mean? So leave yours in the comment section. And just because I don't have Wilder, or if you think whoever it is, even if you think fucking Povetkin's the number one heavyweight, doesn't mean I think those dudes are scrubs or bums. I want to see all these dudes fight. But if you're asking me who I think the heavyweight champion is, quote unquote, without being undisputed, Anthony Joshua. That's my opinion, y'all. I'm out.